Okay guys, how are we all? Just sit back and relax and get your mug of beverage or smoothie or whatever it is you do, and just going to put together this video for you. I've produced it in pieces, so just sit back while we put it together. Excuse me. So I just wanted to say how gang stalking by organic portals, the spiritless, soulless humans, which are like demon vortexes, these people, and because they are not conscious in a backdrop conscious sense, they're only the front end ego software running, so they can be demon portals. Anyway, so I just wanted to say how mobbing from gang stalking has affected me. So over the years, and there's a good video that you can watch on this, but over the years I've been mobbed, which is just suddenly a lot of people just suddenly in your immediate vicinity is a good way to explain it. A lot of people rapidly, in short succession, throwing a lot of energy at you. Not necessarily good, and what we're saying here is definitely not good energy. So a lot of people throwing like shocking energies at you. It can be very Archon orchestrated. These events will be Archon orchestrated. It's not the Draconians doing it. It's not the Reptilians or something. It's the Archons, which are, I say, the most humanoid form of reptile. Right, so there's many different types of interdimensional reptilian. And that's part one cut out. So there's many types of reptilian, interdimensional entity. But so if you get a situation that is gang stalking mobbing, it's an Archon orchestrated event. A video you can see from here, where I am, is called Robotic Portal Tries Stop Me Filming Their Stupidity. Robotic Portal Tries Stop Me Filming Their Stupidity is the title of the video. It's already got, after the first few months, I think now almost 400 views, so most of you should know which video I'm talking about. And it's where the that guy stops me. We have the little interaction. I have to slap away his hand as he reaches for my phone because he doesn't want to be on camera. And these demons always have a problem with being on camera. If you film me, I don't really care unless you're like properly, gang stalk filming me and it's with the very bad energy. But all I was doing in that video was explaining how, I walked over to show where they could have stayed instead of mobbing me. They could have been somewhere else, but they mobbed me instead. So I made a video about it. So go check that video out, and that's a perfect example of mobbing. And they moved, within about an hour they moved to where I showed on the video. They should have gone straight away, way away from anyone. There was a whole corner. There was a whole corner of this camping place. Touched that with my nose. There's a whole corner of this place where they could have went. Anyway, so I was mobbed, and you can see this on camera. Excuse me, just waking up, got a bit of phlegm. So, it was very interesting. This mobbing happens a lot in the workplace, and what's going on with this is it's a torture. This is a torture methodology to bring down your spirits. It's not a punishment. It's not a punishment. It's just a technique. That's how sour these peoples, these race, this species, the Archons are. They have a sour acidity as a background tone to their whole being and way of doing. So torture is involved, is highly Archon related. It's not only Archon, like, Draconians do torture as well. But there's a difference. The Dracos are more experimental and scientific. The Archons will be more just pure malice in their torture. There's a lot more malice, and it's for loosh. Loosh, life force energy stealing. So that's loosh energy stealing, or loose energy. They're trying to create heightened hormonal cascades and so on. So that's why they mob you, is part of the archonic, organic portal energy stealing. Part of how this whole grid system works. There's an Archon in every management position, everywhere, every country, every town in the world. And that's how this matrix extracts energy, but it's an overlay.
That was part 2.
Don't forget that it's an overlay. It's an overlay, though. How there's an energy extraction. That's third dimension grounding out the higher dimensional energies. The higher dimensions have the effect of adding onto the lower dimensions, and the lower dimensions have the effect of grounding out the higher dimensional energies. So there's like an extraction, because there's one-way flow valves that have been instituted in a higher dimensional sense. So that creation happens down-dimensionally. Things manifest into physicality, which is the lower dimensions. So these one-way flow valves would indicate and infer, and you could thus deduce immediately that these lower dimensions act as energy extraction to keep that flow going down. It must be the case.
And extrapolation.
So anyway, the energy extraction nature of this place isn't a type of overlay, but it's also inherent. That's why I wanted to say it that way, because people talk about the secondary AI oversoul and so on, and how the matrix is a type of mental control overlay. But I also wanted to just say that this is why a lot of people are calling this place hell, saying Gnosis, we are in hell. They're saying that because of this sort of reason, because there's inherent properties to this third dimensional reality, which are, if viewed alone, seemingly obviously neutral, but can be seen as a negative thing, like energy extraction. Hey, I don't want my energy extracted. You know what I mean? But I think that myself is ego. That's ego trying to stop the universe as always. So when you're like, I don't want my energy extracted, that's your ego. These people are the stop, and there's tons of them in the organic portal movement. It's at least half of you in the organic portal movement. And this is operating as an organic portal, as a block, as a overstabilization functionality. The true novelty is to be open, and that's why a lot of enlightened people talk about acceptance. Just accept it. Otherwise you go into more trauma and you block more. Acceptance is a real, conscious enhancing tool. It makes you see things more neutral, and you don't get negative, acidic, satanic, and blocked and locked down in an ego state which says, I do not want the universe to flow through me. So you've got a lot of these other channels, organic portal channels, which are like that. They don't understand that. That is the ego. See, they're still trapped by the whole thing that the devil has, the greatest trick the devil or the ego has ever pulled is, making you think it doesn't exist. And, Don Juan said the flayers they gave us their mind. So that ultimately we filter things with their atrocious mind. It's called the compromised mind overlay. But what I was saying, that there's more inherent properties to reality, which yes are neutral, like energy extraction is so that things can condense here. So things can condense to begin with. So that's neutral. Right, so anyway, just wanted to explain a bit into that. Because you've got a whole lot of people just being overly negative, oh, this is hell, everything's so bad. Yes, but we can fix that, and it's a stage of the universe more than just, hey, we are trapped in hell. And you destroy hell, this lower vibrational existence, third dimensional nature. You destroy all this and open it up and make it multi-dimensional by uplifting it, which means positivity as well. Anyway, then there's something to be said against over positivity, but that's another video, that's another story. So what I was saying with this, that, mobbing has affected me in the way of shocking my nervous system. Archon's techniques of torture.
Alright, and that was part 3.
Archon techniques of torture nature are shocking. Archons, to arc electricity, arc of electricity, right? An electric fence shocks you. That same feeling is what mobbing does. Gang stalking by organic portals. Mobbing also gives you lots of little stings or electrocution shocks on the nervous system. And that's the Archon maneuver. That's the Archon tactical device in nature for extracting loosh. That's one of the main ones, electric shock basically, or to shock you. And that's what mobbing does. That's one of the reasons I, don't work in the corporate environment as or in the job market. And I'm out here in a tent because I don't get all those shocks on the nervous system. Then I can think deeper for myself. Because that's what they are doing. They're creating you shallow on a horizontal pain matrix psychotronic layer. It's an artificial layer, as other channels have pointed out. And I call this the surface virus. And I've talked about this on my channel. Not all of those videos you guys have viewed. Some of them have low views. You should go back over my channel. It's a 3-year-old channel now. You should go back to the videos from 3 years ago so everything connects. And you understand what I talk about. Like, you'll have a little vision and you'll have epiphany, because they reconnect a video idea to an idea now, and they make a larger picture. The puzzle pieces come together. So you should be viewing the older videos. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about how gang stalking, organic portal, soulless human, spiritless human, gang stalking, mobbing
Is Archon based, is what I was going to finish saying. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry it was in pieces. It just was early in the morning. I had to do that lecture with my eyes closed so that I could stay in the flow and of the vision and the words coming to me. So when I closed my eyes, the screen would turn off. So that's why it was in parts. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it anyway. Leave the like button press to encourage me to make more videos and to tell me that, yeah, you did enjoy this video. Alright, and feel free to share the videos, guys. It only helps the channel and that makes me post more for you,